me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got it filled up.
Okay, what is going on, everybody? And welcome back to the Juggernaut Show. Tonight, I am here to review ROH Final Battle 2023, which ROH Final Battle was on pay-per-view this past Friday, which was December 15th, 2023, this was the final ROH pay-per-view of the year for Ring of Honor. And also, this is Ring of Honor's, they're kind of going away from the doing their pay-per-views on Bleacher Report, because this show was exclusively on Watch ROH or Honor Club, which was like for $9.99, which I thought that was pretty cool route. I actually ordered bought Final Battle, or I ordered Honor Club to see how it is and stuff. It's not too bad. Only $9.99 a month. That's not bad at all. I heard the numbers went up, with the whole buys and stuff. I mean, it's better than paying $40 for a pay-per-view. I gotta say that. So I think that's smart to go this route for Ring of Honor and stuff. And I'm hoping that AEW pay-per-views can eventually be like $9.99, because if we're gonna be getting a whole bunch of more pay-per-views next year for AEW, that's definitely going to help out quite a bit. Like if they get a streaming deal of some sort, which I feel like that's definitely going to be coming up in 2024. But just gotta wait to see who ends up giving them one. But yeah, Ring of Honor Final Battle, I thought it was a good show. Like the television show, I don't watch television weekly, but from what I hear, I hear people say, oh, it reminds them of AEW Dark or Dark Elevation, stuff like that, or reminds them of like Rampage, which it's that's kind of sad to say, because I think Ring of Honor is a really good company and stuff, and I want to see Ring of Honor succeed. But it's just, there's so much wrestling out there, and like Tony Khan, I don't know, I feel like he needs to get someone to book Ring of Honor weekly, because like these pay-per-views are amazing, but I don't know, maybe. Because I can't really speak on the weekly show, so if anybody is watching the video and watches weekly Ring of Honor, you guys can tell me, what's going down. But yeah, this seems like from a lot of people I hear, they say it's not that great of TV. It's you need to watch the weekly show. But as this pay-per-view went, I thought this pay-per-view was really well. Going into the show, I really had no expectations going into this, but I came out going like, wow, this was an amazing pay-per-view. And ever since Tony Khan has bought Ring of Honor, all these pay-per-views have been good to great. Every single one. Going from like Super Card of Honor to right now, going Super Card of Honor 2022 to now. They've been great pay-per-views. And it seems like like all these up and coming talents, they've really been showing out on these shows. Like Kyle Fletcher really had a great performance on this show. Brian Keith, I think he's from somewhere around in Texas. He had a great showing. It kind of seems like a version of like NXT. This is more. I mean, Ring of Honor is more for your like developmental and stuff, and that's what this basically is. But hey, I mean, Ring of Honor Final Battle was a really good show. I mean, the BCC going up against FTR and Mark Briscoe, crazy match. And then the main event being between the women. I think 2 pay-per-views in a row were the women main event and ROH show. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, overall I thought Final Battle was a very, very solid show. So let's quit wasting time and let's go ahead and get started with this review. So the first match that opened up the show, which we're not going to talk about the pre-show or the 0 hour, we're not going to be talking about all that. Excuse me, my nose is just running right now. When I start a video, it just starts running. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second here. Yeah, as my nose starts running. Dang. Okay, so the first match that started off the actual card was the AAA Mega Championship on the line. We had El Hijo del Vikingo going up against Black Taurus, which these guys have met a few times in other promotions. Like they met in PWG Bola, in a tournament. I think it was the finals of the tournament, if I'm not mistaken. But they met in there. They've done stuff in AAA. So they met before. These guys know each other. Um, yeah, this was definitely a fun match. Like you knew what you're going to be getting from both these guys, and I definitely seen Black Taurus before. I seen a lot of his work and Impact. He does amazing stuff, and like for being what his size, he could move around really well in the ring. Like I like how explosive he is in the ring, Black Taurus. I like how Black Taurus does this. Like, he pops him up into a into a Samoan drop. I like that. I like that kind of like suicide dive into like a spinning like move. I thought that was pretty cool through the ropes. You had excuse me. Kind of had a few botches going on a little bit in this match from Del Vikingo. He kind of botched a little bit, but hey, he recovered though. I like this like drop kick that he did like from like the top rope, and like it was like in a really tight spot. I think he pulled that off really well. He had a lot of like 450s. He had a lot of 630s in this match. Um, Jesus. Every time I start a video, I feel like I start going down with something, but whatever. Yeah, El Hijo del Vikingo ended up retaining his title by hitting a 630 off the top rope. Yeah, it was just a really enjoyable match. I like how they started off the show, and also a gripe I gotta say about this show. I mean, it's not anything to do with the in ring work, but I hated how they shot the show towards the stage, and I told us in my Impact reviews. I hate how they put hard cam like facing towards the stage, and I could see that this show didn't. I don't think it did like really great attendance wise. But yeah, this is a little gripe I have. They shot the show towards the stage because I feel like wrestling right now is just so oversaturated, and like there's so many companies right now, and like you got AEW like running like so many back to back nights, and I feel like people just get worn out. Like people get worn out, especially right now. We're around the New Year's. Like people focus more on the families and stuff. So it looks like the attendance wasn't that great for the show. Um, but I mean that didn't take away from the in ring quality though. But yeah, I just hate when the show is shot towards the stage. I like when you can see more of the fans and stuff, but that's just me. Yeah, then the next match we had was the ROH six-man titles on the line. We had Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony defending the titles against uh, TMDK, Kosi Fujita, Bad Dude Tito, and Shane Haste, which this is Zack Sabre Jr.'s group here in New Japan. Which the reason how they ended up getting these title shots was TMDK. I believe it was Shane Haste and his partner ended up beating the Mogul Embassy in I think it was in the World Tag League tournament in Ring of Honor. I mean, not Ring of Honor. In New Japan. So that's how they ended up getting this tag team title match. I thought it was a fine match. I don't think there was anything crazy. Brian Cage, who's doing a lot of posing in this match. Everyone, Fujita, yeah, like he was doing pretty good. He was doing some nice work. I don't really see his work a lot that much. So I like what he was doing. Shane Haste, he can really move around there in the ring. I like his combinations he does. And it's nice looking at the big hosses in here. Bad Dude Tito, I thought that was pretty cool. But I mean, there's only so much build we could do with having a build up off of just Team DK ended up like when beating them like in a tournament. There's only so much you could do. There wasn't really a whole lot of a feud here. I mean, this was just a title match here to get the Mogul Embassy on the show here. But Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony ended up retaining. They did the I believe it was they threw Fujita. They did the tossing like the power bomb and into Brian Cage, and then Brian Cage ended up pinning Fujita for the 1-2-3. So still the ROH 6-man tag team titles are the Gates of Agony and Brian Cage. So yeah, fine match here, nothing crazy. All right, and then the next match we had was the I Quit match. Tony Nese going up against Ethan Page, and then in Tony Nese's corner we had Smart Mark Sterling. Hold on, give me a sec. I need to go grab a Kleenex. My nose is fucking me right now. Hold up here. Oh, man, I'm struggling right now, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, but yeah, we had the I Quit match here. God damn. Jesus. Yeah, we had Tony Nese and Ethan Page in the I Quit match. And Smart Mark Sterling, he had to be handcuffed, but he didn't want to be handcuffed at first. He didn't want to be handcuffed at first. So Mark Henry had to come down to the ring, basically just handcuff Smart Mark Sterling to the ring post. That's what we did. That's what we did there. Yeah, this was a pretty good feud here. You know, you got the best out of Tony Nese and Ethan Page if you never really saw him very much. Like you definitely saw him here. And even the stuff that Ethan Page has been doing in AEW has been really good, you know, like with the mic work that he's been doing. He's been like really emotional as of late, which I really been enjoying that. I really been enjoying that out of Ethan Page. I mean Tony Nese, you know, he was really talking down to Ethan Page in his feud, basically talking about his physique, you know, how he has a little bit of flab and stuff, you know, how he doesn't have that body like Tony Nese, and how he's like a quitter and stuff, and he's gonna make him quit in this match. A lot of trash talking in this match. There was a lot of trash talking. I like the pretty cool spots that they were doing here. Tony Nese, he tried doing like powder, like protein powder into the eyes of Ethan Page, but Ethan Page, no, it was Smart Mark Sterling did that, but Ethan Page ended up ducking that and hitting Tony Nese instead. I mean, we even saw some handcuff spots in this match. There were some nice chair spots, even. It was a fun match. There's a point where Tony Nese ended up getting, I mean, not Tony Nese, but Smart Mark Sterling ended up getting handcuffed. Also, I forgot the spot with the weight, the barbell, or not the barbell, but the plate that they did. I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I thought that was pretty cool how that came into play. How it ended up smashing Tony Nese's hands. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, Smart Mark Sterling ended up getting unhandcuffed. But we had Scorpio Sky came out to help even out the match. Basically took Smart Mark out of the match. Yeah, I thought it was a really fun match. Really fun I Quit match. Ethan Page ended up doing like a crossface with the handcuffs because they ended up handcuffing Ethan Page like his hands together, but he ended up getting free. And then he kept one handcuff on and then like locked in, like started choking out Tony Nese with the handcuffs, and Tony Nese ended up saying "I quit." Yeah, this is a fun brutal match. We had Tony Nese bleeding here, not Tony Nese, Ethan Page bleeding here quite a bit. It had a pretty nice table spot in the match as well. You know, it was a fun match. It was definitely fun. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check out this match. Definitely a match to check out on this pay-per-view. And you know, it's gonna be interesting to see where Ethan Page goes from here. You know, like this was a big win for him on a pay-per-view here. I mean, it's Ring of Honor, but hey, that was a good win here. All right, and then the next match we had was Nyla Rose going up against Vert Vixen. Yeah, this was basically this could have been on ROH TV. I did not care about this match at all. Like, I didn't care about this match. All this match was like just a couple minutes long. For Vixen, I mean, she got a couple offensive moves in here, but there wasn't very much anything. Nyla Rose hit the Beast Bomb. That's basically that, And then she won the match. Nyla Rose. Nothing else to say. I mean, for Vixen, I never see much of her work. She seems like she's good, but yeah, there wasn't much here. All right, and then we had the Survival of the Fittest match. So if you don't know what Survival of the Fittest match is, if you guys never watched Ring of Honor before, so the 6-man match. It's basically an elimination match. So once it gets down to the final two, the last person winning here. So this was for the vacant ROH TV Championship that Samoa Joe dropped on AEW Dynamite like a few weeks ago before. But we had Dalton Castle, Lee Moriarty, Lee Johnson. We had Kyle Fletcher, Commander, and then we had Brian Keith, which Brian Keith ended up getting the last spot into the match, into the Survival of the Fittest match. When he beat who was it? He beat someone on the pre-show. Let me look what his name was exactly. It was Jack Cartwheel. Ended up beating Jack Cartwheel in the final match to get on here. So that was that. Yeah, this was definitely a fun match. You had so many high spots in this match. Dalton Castle suplexing people left and right. When that commentary says when he gets his hips lower than you, you're going for a ride, and people were going for rides left and right. Lee Johnson, he was eliminating people like crazy. Was Lee Johnson? No, sorry, Lee Moriarty. My fault. Lee Moriarty was eliminating people like crazy. Ended up Lee Moriarty ended up eliminating Lee Johnson really quick. I was kind of upset that he got eliminated right at the beginning, but it is what it is. Ended up getting eliminated by the Border City Stretch. And then Lee Moriarty ended up eliminating Dalton Castle. It was by a flatliner. Ended up eliminating him, which people weren't too happy about that. Which commentary was saying, "Oh, Lee Moriarty might be, eliminated most people since Chris Hero at a final battle. Was it a final battle or like or a tournament of survival?" So I thought that was cool. What else? Man, my nose is just fucking killing me right now. Hold on, give me one more second. Okay, let me fight through this. I got to fight through this pain. I'm not pain, but this is my sniffling. Sorry, guys. But yeah, Dalton Castle was the next one to get eliminated, and then Brian Keith ended up eliminating Lee Moriarty by a Tiger Driver. I thought that was pretty cool. Commander, he ended up doing like his tightrope walk on diving on everybody. This was as a cluster match. Like you had so many different spots in here in this match, which I thought was nice. Brian Keith, he really was showing out in this match. I really like his showing. And then, but the next person that was to get eliminated, it was Brian Keith. He got eliminated by Kyle Fletcher. He did the Grimstone onto Brian Keith. Sorry, excuse me. And then it came down to Commander and Kyle Fletcher. Oh man, these last few minutes in this match were this back and forth. I mean, you had like so many Canadian Destroyer spots. You had a lot of like brain buster spots. It was just nuts here with the stuff that they were doing. But Kyle Fletcher ended up winning the ROH TV title by hitting the Grimstone onto Commander to become new a TV champion. So I thought that was really good. Kyle Fletcher, he's just good up and coming talent. He's connected with the Don Callis family, which people were like really giving him boos a lot. Because he's connected with the Don Callis family, getting a lot of heat here. But yeah, this was definitely a fun match. You had a lot of high spots in there. You got some good wrestling. It was just a fun match. I definitely recommend checking out this Survival of the Fittest match if you haven't already. A fun match. All right, and then the next match we had was, man, there were so many matches on this pay-per-view. So many matches, but we had Wheeler Yuta defending the pure title against Filthy Tom Lawler. So a pre-rolls match, if you guys never seen pre-rolls match, basically you get 3 rope breaks, you exhaust all your 3 rope breaks, it can be pinned or submitted under the ropes. And then what else? Oh, if you use a punch to the face, you can be you get 1 warning, and if you use it again, then you get disqualified. You could lose the title. You also have 3 judges out there as well. If it comes down to a time limit draw. Yeah, if it comes to a time limit draw. But yeah, this match was fun. I enjoyed it. You know, it had a lot of technical stuff here from Tom Lawler and Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta, he seemed like out of sorts here in this match. You know, like he used up his rope breaks pretty quick here. Like, man, what if they have Tom Lawler actually take the title off of him? But they did not end up doing that because Wheeler Yuta ended up retaining by using his like kind of like backslide into like the into the seatbelt, which I wasn't really a big fan of that. And the commentator was saying how Tom Lawler had his like foot like on the rope, which the referee didn't see that. So I mean I didn't care about that much, but I mean this was definitely a fun match. You know, Tom Lawler, I seen some of his New Japan stuff he's done. It's been okay, and he also does a little bit of MMA, does a little bit like UFC and all that. So I think that's pretty cool. Well, there was this really cool spot that Tom Lawler did. He did like a key lock, like off the top rope, which that could have been really dangerous because that could like break someone's arm off the top rope. You know, doing it from that angle. Thankfully, Wheeler didn't get hurt that bad. You know, but that was a really nice spot in the match. I just like how Wheeler Yuta, he was kind of like fighting from behind a lot in this match. Like interesting submissions, you know, good transitions match. And it was fine, you know, good 15-minute match here. Wasn't bad. So yeah, Wheeler Yuta retains his title. All right, and the next match we had was a grudge match between Keith Lee and Shane Taylor. Both these guys used to be in a tag team together. Yeah, I mean, this was basically just it was a hoss fight here. You know, you got 2 big men slapping meat. That's what it was right here. You know, both of them, you know, kind of are a little bigger set guys, but they can move around really well in the ring. They can really move around really well in the ring. You had a really nice spot from, I believe it was from Shane Taylor. He hit a Canadian Destroyer for the like he did hit a nice Canadian Destroyer, which you know for being that big of sizes, I thought that was pretty good. You know, you had both of them, you know, doing battle rams into each other, you know, just running into each other, you know, nice chops. Just doing some breathtaking spots for like what big men wouldn't normally do, which I thought was pretty cool. And also, as of late, Keith Lee hasn't been getting the you know most positive reception. But I think this was a really good win for Keith Lee. You know, he had the big mask catastrophe, if I can say it right. Yeah, I'm getting tongue tied here. But yeah, Keith Lee ended up winning. Short match here, nothing too crazy. Guess we'll see where Keith Lee goes from here. With like Ring of Honor and stuff. But yeah, definitely a fun match, to say the least. All right, and the next match we had was the Jay Briscoe Memorial Fight Without Honor. So we had them top guys, which was Mark Briscoe and FTR going up against the Blackpool Combat Club. Man, my nose is just killing me right now. Man, I just cannot stop. Dude, this is pissing me off a little bit, but sorry. Back to the task at hand. Yeah, this match was fun. It started off out as a normal just tag team match here, you know, just your standard tag team match. And then like all hell broke loose. And there was one point before the match started where I believe it was Dax Harwood. He went up to a girl in the crowd she basically on her phone. Told her to basically get off the phone, put her phone down, because this was awesome match. And I gotta say, RIP Jay Briscoe. This was about a year to the time where um, they had an amazing dog call match, the Briscoes and FTR from last year. If you've never seen that match, definitely after this video, go check out that match because that match was amazing. But yeah, this match here, this was fun. This kind of reminded me of like a Stadium Stampede or like a what's that match that they've been doing as of late? It's not been Stadium Stampede, but it's kind of reminding me of this here a little bit. Because it ended up being like a count out here. And Mark Briscoe, he ended up getting on the mic. He says, "No," he said, "This is supposed to be, honoring my brother here. And we're gonna make this a fight without honor," which I thought was a fight without honor at first, but they ended up making a fight without honor. Then, um, Jay Briscoe, he ended up doing a dive off the stage when they restarted the match on like the Blackpool Combat Club. I tell you what, Claudio, he was giving Mark Briscoe a lot of uppercuts in this match, like so many uppercuts, really working stiff on him. Dax and John Moxley. I mean, John Moxley, of course, he was bleeding a lot during this match. He bleeds like in every single match he's in, like so much blood. He was bleeding buckets here. He even had a spot with Dax where he was like stabbing him with a fork and doing all that stuff, going after his eye, biting him, doing some crazy shit like that. Danielson was doing some really nice stuff here. I really like that. There was a really nice spot where they did it was Mark and the Briscoes. They ended up doing a nice like a shatter machine or the big rig or whatever. Yeah, the shatter machine. That was pretty cool. You even had some like crazy like barbed wire spots. I believe Danielson put one on to like I believe it was Dax. He had like some barbed wire over the face of Dax. Also the eye, like the eye bandage or the and then like the eye, kind of started bleeding from Danielson, which hopefully Danielson's all right. I bet the eye's been like it's been affecting him as of lately in all these matches. But yeah, this was definitely an awesome match. We even had a table spot with like thumbtacks on it. Dax went through that. He got a whole bunch of thumbtacks in his back. Looked like that really hurt. But and the ending was like really nice. He had a whole bunch of chairs in the ring. Mark Briscoe hit the J Driller onto Brian Danielson, ended up pinning him. They ended up doing the job or like doing the taking the pin for the Briscoes and or doing the pin for Mark Briscoe and FTR, them top guys. So I thought that was good there. But yeah, this was definitely a fun match. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it reminded me a lot of Stadium Stampede. But yeah, definitely a solid match here. And we'll move on to the next match, which we had was Eddie Kingston going up against Anthony Henry. This was a slow K match, and nothing crazy. Eddie Kingston ended up winning here. This was a proving ground match, so Anthony Henry didn't go like the full minutes here to end up getting a shot for the ROH title. Yeah, Eddie Kingston won here. Anthony Henry is part of this tag team. I can't remember exactly what it's called. If anybody wants to go down in the comments, let me know. But I can't remember really what the tag team is called. But yeah, Eddie Kingston won here. And also he's just fighting from behind inside the Continental Classic. And I don't know. We'll see what happens with Eddie Kingston here at the end. But yeah, Eddie Kingston ended up winning here. All right, and then next we had the main event for the ROH World Women's Championship. We had Athena defending the title against Billy Starks, and I gotta say this really deserved the main event spot because this whole story here, Athena basically brought Billy Starks under her wing. Basically was like helping her out. But Athena has kind of been being like too aggressive, basically kind of like using like emotional manipulation onto Billy Starks. And then Billy Starks, she kind of was just having enough of it. So she ended up wanting to challenge Athena for her title. And Billy Stark's only being 19 years old. Like she has so much to learn. Like she's been doing some amazing work. Like I met her a few times at Wrestling Revolver here in Iowa. Like Billy Starks is really good in the ring. I really like her, and she's only 19 years old. Like I feel like she's definitely gonna be a future world champion here, like probably in Ring of Honor. Because I got like, hey, if they wanted to give it to Billy Starks here, I would have been, I would not have been upset with that at all. But I mean, Billy Starks is still a little young. Yeah, this was definitely a fun match. Athena was, both of them were just doing nice moves with each other. I really like the electric chair spot on the apron, the electric chair driver on the apron, from Billy Starks here. Athena was just being like really smart in this match, like basically, there's one point where it looks like she was gonna get counted out, but she had that advantage, that champion's advantage. So, she was just being really smart here in this match. She doing what a champion does. Lexi Nair, the ring announcer for Ring of Honor, she had some she played a role in this match. Billy Stark, I mean the referee went down. Athena demanded her title, but Lexi Nair wouldn't do that. I mean Athena still ended up grabbing her title, to hit Billy Starks with the belt, but Billy still ended up kicking out of that. He had some really, like I said, some really nice spots, really close falls here in this match. I thought it was good. I really thought it was good. Um, Billy ended up even reversing her O face in this match. But in the end, Athena ends up blocking in the octopus submission hold onto Billy Starks to retain her ROH World Championship. And after the match, we get them, hugging it out, basically saying, "Hey, saying what do I have to do, to so you can help me out and stuff." And then Athena says that she wants her to be her minion, and we had Lexi there in the ring celebrating with him. So yeah, definitely a fun match. I really enjoyed it. I know I didn't go over all spots in this match, but hey, this is definitely a solid match. I really enjoyed it. Definitely one of the matches of the night. But yeah, that was Ring of Honor Final Battle. Yeah, definitely a heavy show here. There was a lot of things on this card. Didn't check out the pre-show like I said. But I have to say, things to check out on this show are the opener between El Hijo del Vikingo and Black Taurus. That's a definitely match to check out. Check out the I Quit match. The Survival of the Fittest was fun. Check out the Jay Briscoe Memorial match. That was a fun match. And then the main event. But overall, you had a lot of good things on the show. Some things that I got, like that were kind of miss or hit. But yeah, definitely a fun match. I mean, definitely a fun show. We'll see where Ring of Honor goes for the year of 2024. Hopefully they can eventually get a TV deal. But I guess we'll see where it goes. I mean, probably April we'll have ROH Supercard of Honor, which will be in Philadelphia. Who knows? I might go to that. I don't know, because I am going to be going to WrestleMania this year. So we'll see if I go to that show. We'll see see what the card looks like by the time April comes next year. That's crazy to think about. We're going to be going into Mania season. Rumble's coming up next month, about a month away from the Royal Rumble, which is nuts to think about. But yeah, we're almost to the end of the year, guys. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel if you haven't already. I am on the road to 800 subscribers, so definitely hit that subscribe. Also, hit the like button because it helps out the algorithm. Follow me on my social media platforms at the True JSB on X and Instagram. Definitely do that, because I can chat with you guys on there. Let me know what you guys want to see and stuff. Also, turn on my notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And yeah, I think that's about all. Some videos that are coming up for you guys are, I got my vlog for Monday Night Raw to come out. Definitely stay tuned for that. I also am gonna be also, we got another pay-per-view coming up for AEW. That's gonna be the final AEW pay-per-view of the year, which is World's End on December 30th. So, we're winding down these pay-per-views of the year here. Pay-per-views for the year. Because a few weeks ago we had NXT Deadline, and then we had ROH Final Battle, and then we're gonna have AEW World's End, which we got that Continental Classic winding down. And hey, there's gonna be a lot of things to look forward to on my channel. And I'm gonna ask you guys something here. So, if I do a weekly show, what days would you rather see my show on? Would you rather see it on a Tuesday night or a Thursday night? Like, if I do like a weekly wrap up show, like the Juggernaut show, what days do you want to see my show on? Tuesdays or Thursdays? Definitely sound off in the comments below. I want to hear what you guys have to think. What you guys think? What nights I should do the show on? Like my weekly wrap up show. Talking about like news and talking about big things that go on in the world of WWE, AEW, Impact, whatever. But yeah, this is Juggernaut saying peace out. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. So see you guys later.